श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान्नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम्। सुखं नित्यं स्वप्रकाशं व्यापकं नामरूपयोः अधिष्ठानं बुद्ध्यबोध्यं बुद्धेर्दृग्यत्तु निर्मलम् अपारं सर्ववेदान्त वेद्यं प्रत्यक्परं महः तदेवाहं न मत्तोऽन्यत् इति मे निश्चिता मतिः। We have started with the second chapter of this text, Vichara Sagaram. In the first chapter, author said that I have explained Anubandha Chatushtaya in essence, in short. But now that Anubandha Chatushtaya is going to be explained, deliberated upon in detail. With this, second chapter begins with argument. The questions are raised about Adhikari. We had seen Adhikari Vishayaka Akshepa. What were the objections raised? Objections were raised on multiple layers of definition or multiple parts of definition of moksha and Adhikari and Anubandha. In that first argument or first Akshepa, question that was raised was about Dukkha Nivritti, cessation of sorrows, destruction of sorrows. There it was said that nobody desires to end ignorance along with its effect, that is this entire creation, for the destruction of sorrow. For the destruction of sorrow, which is experienced from three sources, that is Adhi Daivika, Adhi Bhautika and Adhyatmika, the appropriate means are taken up to remove the cause of those sorrows. For example, if somebody is hungry, he will eat. If somebody is sick, he will take medicine, etc. Then the next argument was made that it is nobody desires to remove sorrows in its entirety. Nishesha dukkha nibarhanecha na vidyate. And then it is said, for moksha, nobody desires to remove the cause, that is ignorance, along with its effect. Further addition was given that the second part of definition of moksha. What was the definition of moksha? The definition of moksha was cessation of sorrows and gaining of unsurpassed happiness. The first part of definition is invalid because nobody desires to remove ignorance along with its effect for destroying sorrow. So the first part of definition is wrong. The second part of definition, that is gaining of unsurpassed happiness. The thing which is experienced earlier, the thing which has been experienced earlier, that alone can be desired to be gained. The question is, or the argument is, only that thing which I have experienced earlier, that alone can be desired to be gained. Is it not? Even though there may be the most beautiful thing just in next village or just in my next house, but if I am not aware about it, if I don't know it, then how can I desire for that particular thing? It is not possible. On the same basis, desire to know Brahman to gain unsurpassed happiness is not possible. Why? Because if I have desire, or to have desire, I must know Brahman. To have desire for knowing Brahman or unsurpassed happiness, I must have what should I have? I should know Brahman. And if I know Brahman, then why should there be desire? Because I am Mukta. The one who knows Brahman is Mukta, and the one who does not know Brahman cannot have desire. So there is no possibility of an adhikari, a mumukshu. And furthermore, he adds, everybody desires Vishaya Sukha. Nobody desires, and this Vishaya Sukha is not there in moksha. And if such is the case, then how can anybody desire for moksha? So, mumuksha is not there, definition of moksha is wrong, and because everybody desires Vishaya Sukha, on account of Vishaya Sukha, they cannot have Viveka, Vairagya, Samadhi, Shatka Sampatti. Therefore, no qualified student of Vedanta, as per your definition, exists. Because there is no qualified student, the inquiry into this text is futile, composition of this text is futile. Don't go further. On all these arguments, now author is going to restate those arguments, restate those questions, and then he is going to explain where the things are going wrong. He says now, while answering, Adhikari Vishayaka Akshepanam Samadhanani. Adhikari Vishayaka. Vishayaka on the topic of Adhikari, the qualified student. The arguments which have been raised, the questions which have been raised, Samadhanani. It's Samadhanam. Samadhanam, answering, is being given. Answers are being given. मोक्षस्य प्रथमांशभूते समूला ज्ञान जगन्निवृत्ति रूपे इच्छा संभव प्रकारः. मोक्षस्य प्रथमांशभूते. मोक्षस्य in that of the definition of moksha. What was the first ansha, first part of the definition of moksha? समूला ज्ञान जगन्निवृत्ति रूपे प्रथमांश भूते. Samula along with its root, cause. What was that cause? Ajnana, ignorance. Jagannivrutti rupe. So destruction of this entire creation along with its cause, that is ignorance. For this particular idea or part of definition, Ichha Sambhava Prakaraha. Ichha, the desire. In what ways desire can arise? In what ways desire can arise? Author further continues, Mokshecha na kasyapi sambhavati yato yataha mokshe anshadvayamasti. प्रथमः सोपादान कारण जगन्निवृत्ति रूपोंशः, द्वितीयः ब्रह्मावाप्ति रूपोंशः. He is now stating the question that has been raised in his own words while pointing out the fallacies in that argument. Mokshecha na kasyapi sambhavati. Nobody can have desire for moksha, desire for liberation. Why? Yataha. Why is it so? Mokshe, in the definition of moksha, anshadvayam asti. There are two parts. The first part is सोपादान कारण जगन निवृत्ति रूपः अंशः द डिस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ एंटायर क्रिएशन अलोंग विथ इट्स कॉज द्वितीयांशः ब्रह्मावाप्ति रूपंशः ब्रह्म अवाप्ति gaining of Brahman also can be understood as knowing Brahman or Brahmanubhava. Tatra in this definition सोपादान कारण जगन निवृत्ति रूपे मोक्षस्य प्रथमांशे न कस्यपि इच्छा संभवति. In the first part of definition, destruction of entire creation along with its cause, that is ignorance, nobody desires that. Nobody says I want to destroy my ignorance along with the effect that this is creation. Nobody desires that. And apitu त्रिविध दुख निवृत्ति इच्छा एव सर्वेषां संभवति. Everybody desires to remove that threefold sorrows. अधिदैविक, अधिभौतिक, आध्यात्मिक. आधिदैविक, आधिभौतिक, आध्यात्मिक. Okay. तत्तद् दुख निवृत्तिः तत्तद् उपायात् भवति. Those particular sorrows can be removed by those appropriate means. तस्मात् सोपादान कारण जगन निवृत्ति कामः मुमुक्षुः अधिकारी इति एतन्न संगच्छति. तस्मात् therefore. Now let me just give the argument in brief. The desirer of destruction of this entire creation along with its cause, that is ignorance, is desirer for liberation. Desirer for removal of this destruction of entire creation along with its cause, that is ignorance, is the desirer for liberation. Sopadana karana jagan nivrutti kamaha. Kamaha, desirer. What is he desiring? Sopadana karana, upadana karana, its material cause, and jagan nivrutti, destruction of entire creation. Destruction of entire creation along with its cause. The one who desires so. Saha mumukshuhu adhikari. That mumukshu, such a adhikari, such a qualified person. Iti etat na sangachati. Iti hi prathamaha purvapakshaha. It is not possible. Why? The first part of definition itself is wrong, because nobody desires that destruction of ignorance, etc. The desirer is not there, and because desirer is not there, mumukshu is not there. Here now answer is given. Tatra samadhi samadhanam. सर्वानर्थ बीज भूत मूला ज्ञान तत्कार्य जगन निवृत्ति व्यतिरेकेण नोपायांतरेण तापत्रय नाशः निशेषमुपजायते. Now answer is given while weighing on each and every word that was used in definition and also in the question. Sarvanartha, this entire calamitous samsara creation. Bija bhuta moola ajnana. What is its cause? Moola ajnana. Moola ajnana, understand in simple terms, ignorance of my own true nature, my swarupa. That is moola ajnana. Tat karya, its effect. Jagan nivrutti, destruction of this entire creation. Vyatirekena, without achieving this. Nopayantarena, by no other means. Tapatraya nashaha nishesham upajayate. Nishesha trapatraya nashaha upajayate. Sorrows cannot be removed entirely. Yes, sorrows can be removed. Sorrows can be removed for short period of time by those other means. But No means can remove all these sorrows entirely. Nishesham. निःशेष मूला विद्या निवृत्त्या एव सकल दुःखानि तत्कारणीभूत रोगादयः रोगाद्याश्रय शरीरादयश्च निर्वशेषं नश्यन्ति. निःशेष मूला विद्या निवृत्त्या एव. Only when this ignorance is removed, this moola vidya, the ignorance of my own swarupa is removed, then alone sakala dukkhani, all sorrows, tatkarani bhuta rogadayah, the cause of those sorrows, that is sickness, disease, hunger, thirst, etc., the cause of these, that is shariradayascha, because there is body, I have sickness, diseases, and I have hunger and thirst. If I don't have body, I will not have all these. All these niravashesham nashyanti. Niravashesham, it is a very beautiful word. Avashesha, leaving something behind, something being left out. Niravashesham, without leaving anything behind. हम हिंदी में कहते हैं ना सफाचट. That is that niravashesham. Nashyanti, they will be removed in entirety. If we are to compare in an example, or we are to understand with an example, when a new crop is to be taken, so before sowing seeds, that whole land is burned. Why do they burn? Because other seeds of different types of grass, etc., if those seeds are there, they should get burned and nothing should be left behind. In the same way, no sorrow should be left behind which may come back. And if this is to happen, what should happen? Ignorance should be removed. Tasmat, therefore, तापत्रय निवृत्तये समूला ज्ञान जगन निवृत्ति रूपे मोक्ष लक्षण घटक विशेषणांशे उदेत्येवेच्छा सर्वेषाम. Therefore, because people desire to remove sorrow in its entirety, for removal of tapatraya, trividha tapa, threefold sources of sorrows or threefold sorrows, samula jnana jagan nivrutti rupe moksha lakshana ghatakanshe, the first part of definition, that is destruction of sorrow along with its effect, people will desire. It is not that they will not desire. Of course, it may take some time for them, but they will desire. Ayam ashayah. This is the essence. Now, how opponent's argument is being used against him. Yastu सकलौषधाद्युपाय निर्माणे निखिल रोग चिकित्सायांच अत्यंत समर्थः न तस्यापि न नियमेन दुःख शांतिः. The one who, यह तू, सकलौषधादि उपाय निर्माणे, the one who prepares all those medicines, the one who makes all those medicines. निखिल रोग चिकित्सायांच, चिकित्सा, diagnosis, the one who is the best amongst the diagnosis of all different types of diseases. Atyanta samartha, tasyapi, for that person also, na niyamena dukkha shantihi, dukkha shantihi niyamena na. The cessation of sorrow is not seen every time or always. दृश्यते कस्यचिदेव रोगादिजन्य दुःखम औषधादि उपायैः निवर्तते कस्यचित् नैव. The one who takes medicine, not for everyone that medicine works. For some people it may work, for some the sorrow may go away, for some it does not. Kasyachideva, for someone alone, for someone only. रोगादिजन्य दुःखम औषधादि उपायैः निवर्तते. The sorrow caused by disease etc. will be removed because of medicine. Kasachit naiva. For some it does not work. And this is very much evident in our today's life, today's experiences. For some people, medicine works. For like disease like COVID, for some people, some medicine works, some does not. It doesn't. So what you had said earlier, for the cessation of sorrows, those medicines are enough, is wrong. Ataha eva. For this reason alone, औषधादि उपायैः रोगादिजन्य दुःखं न नियमेन सर्वेषां निवर्तते. What had you said? For those particular sorrows, particular means will be taken up. But those means don't always work. Niyamena, every time. As a rule, all those diseases will not go away because of those particular medicines. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. किंच यस्य रोगः औषधाद्युपायैः निवर्तते तस्यापि कालांतरे पुनर्जायत एव रोगः. Even though because somebody has taken medicine, it is not confirmed that that particular disease will not come back to him. Somebody may take medicine for headache. The headache will not go away completely. After some days, it may come back. You may say, what about vaccination? At some places, by vaccination also, vaccination will remove the intensity of that disease. Vaccination makes you capable of fighting that disease, but it is not going to make you immune to that disease. What do we mean by immune? The symptoms are not seen, or symptoms are bearable. But is it that disease will not take place at all? By definition, no. Though germs have gone in, they are being attacked by our white blood cells, T cells, etc. And because our immune system is very much capable against fighting that disease, we don't see its effect. Does that mean I did not have that disease? No. तस्मात् औषधाद्यैः उपायैः दुःखं न आत्यंतिकतया निवर्तते. Therefore, by medicines etc., sorrow is not removed completely. Then, what do we mean by removal of sorrows entirely? Complete removal of sorrows. Complete destruction, total destruction. निवृत्तस्य पुनः अपि पुनरपि कदाचिदपि अनुत्पत्तिः एव आत्यन्तिकी निवृत्तिः इति उच्यते. Once a thing is destroyed or removed, only when it is incapable of coming back, incapable of rising again, then alone total destruction of that particular thing is to be understood. If it comes back, then it is not atyantiki nivrittihi. If it comes back, then it is not atyantiki nivrittihi. औषधाद्युद उपायैः नियमेन दुःख निवृत्त्य संभवात् निवृत्तस्य च पुनरुत्पत्ति दर्शनात् तादृशैः उपायशतैः अपि न निःशेष दुःख निवृत्तिः जायेत. And because औषधाद्युपायैः, upaya, solutions. What upaya? Aushadha, etc. So for disease, medicine, for hunger, food, all these upaya, all these different solutions, niyamena dukkha nivrutti asambhavat. It is not that every time sorrow will be removed. Nivrittasya cha punarutpatti darshanat. It is not that those sorrows will be removed completely, punarutpatti, they come back again. Tadrushaihi upayashataihi api. You may say that medicine did not work. So what should he do? He must take another medicine. Let him take different medicine. Is that medicine going to remove that sorrow completely? No. Upayashataihi api. Even you may take up many different means and solutions. Na nishesha dukkha nivrittihi jayeta. निशेष दुख निवृत्ति न जायेत. The complete destruction of those sorrows will never take place. Parantu, but सकल दुख निदान निवृत्तौ एव नियमेन अशेष दुख निवृत्ति ही. सकल दुख, all sorrows, निदान, the cause, निवृत्तौ एव, only when the root cause is removed, then alone that sorrow will be removed completely. Let me just tell you a small story so you will understand what do we mean by removal of root cause. There was a person who had a plant in his backyard. That plant was such that anybody who used to pass under it or sleep under that tree used to get sick, because that was that particular type of plant. In the story it was explained as a poisonous tree. So anybody who used to pass under that plant used to get sick, and people used to curse this person. Why? Because that plant was a very huge, a very big tree. It had ample amount of shadow. So animals used to stay under its shade. People used to stand under its shade who were unaware. And then when they used to get sick, they used to curse this person. So what this person decided to do? He decided to remove all its branches. He decided to cut all its branches, but he did not stop watering that plant. And what was the result? The result was that tree bloomed much better. In the same way, we are trying to remove our sorrows. We are trying to remove sorrows at the level of its effect, but not at the level of its root. Author says, and that's what has been said in Vedanta, the root cause, that is ignorance, that should be removed. Tadrusha dukkha nidana nashe sati. And when that particular root cause is removed, bhuyaha naiva jayeta dukkhaleshaha api. Dukkhaleshaha api. Bhuyaha na jayeta. Lesha, even an iota of sorrow will not come back. No sorrow can come back. Why? Cause itself has been removed. If you roast a seed, when you roast that seed, its capacity to reproduce and grow is destroyed. Then how much water and how much fertilizers you may give, that it is not going to produce any plant, any tree. In the same way, tasmat, therefore, sarvasyapi lokasya dukkha nivrutyartham tannidana nivrutti cha jayate eva, jayeta eva. Therefore, for all people, for removal of sorrow, dukkha nivrutyartham, tannidana nivrutti cha jayeta eva, the desire to remove its root cause shall arise, and it arises. Let's understand in our simple Vyavaharika term also. Vyavaharika transactional experiences also. Sometimes it so happens that a person falls sick repeatedly. He takes different medicines, but still he gets sick. Then somebody advises him to have second opinion, to see if there is any other cause because of which he is falling sick again and again. And when he takes another second opinion, he comes to know the cause of that disease or sickness was something else. And when that particular medicine is taken, he does not he doesn't get sick anymore. Similarly, people, when they understand, when they observe their pitiful state, pitiful condition, they say, for years together, I have been taking medicines, I have been trying to satiate my hunger and thirst, etc. But there is no end to these sorrows. Whatever the means that I have used all those means. Whatever the means that I can think of, I have used all those means. And after using all those means, if I have not been able to remove all my sorrows completely, entirely, then there must be some other way to remove these sorrows in its entirety. Nobody is going to stick to those useless means. We always try to go for better and better solutions, is it not? And if that is the case, people are going to try and find out if there is any mean by which these sorrows will be removed in entirety. So, what you said, that nobody desires to remove remove sorrows, and for removal of sorrows nobody will desire to remove ignorance along with its effect, is false. They may not use that word, but they will come to that understanding when they desire to remove sorrows along with its root. And when they will try to remove sorrow along with its root cause, they will understand, oh, the root cause of all these sorrows is ignorance, and I have to remove that ignorance. Now he proceeds with the second akshepa. What was the first akshepa? The first akshepa was सोपादान कारण जगन निवृत्ति रूपंशः. Prathamah, nobody desires to remove ignorance along with its effect. Author said they will desire. Why? Because all those other means are temporary. This mean is permanent. By removal of ignorance along with its effect alone, the sorrows are going to be removed entirely. Because people will desire to remove sorrow entirely, eventually they will desire to remove ignorance along with its effect. Now, further author says, Dukkha nidanantu ajnanam tat karya rupa prapanchascha iti छांदोग्योपनिषदि भूम विद्या प्रकरणे स्फुटतरम निरूप्यते. Now author is going to explain how people are going to come to this root cause, that is ignorance. Okay. Now opponent, as though opponent has asked question. Yes, I understand what people will try to remove ignorance in its entirety. But how will they come to know that ignorance is its root cause? For which author refers to the Chandogyopanishad, 7th chapter. Chandogyopanishadi, in Chandogyopanishad, Bhuma Vidya Prakarana. That 7th chapter is called as Bhuma Vidya. Why? Because Brahman has been explained as Bhuma. Sputataram Nirupyate. Explicitly it has been explained. Tatrahi, there. The mantra starts, Adhihi Bhagava itiha upasasada sanat kumaram naradaha tam hovacha yadvetha te namopasida tatastadurdhvam vakshyami iti. तत्र हि, in that chapter, it is said, Adhihi Bhagava itiho upasasada Sanatkumaram Naradaha. Sanatkumaram, to Rishi Sanatkumara. Sanaka, Sanandana, Sanatkumara, those four brothers. In that, Sanatkumaram, Skandam, to him, Narada approached and said, Adhihi Bhagava iti, upasasada, going near, her for past. Narada Maharshi went to Sanat Kumara and said, Adhihi Bhagava, O Bhagavan, O revered master, Adhihi, please teach me. To which master answered, Tamha uvacha. To him, Sanat Kumara said, Yad vetha tena ma upasida, ma to me. Approach to me or approach me by explaining or by telling me all that you know, anything and everything that you know. And it is very interesting to see how many things Narada knew. If we are to see how many things Narada knew, then he gives the list. What does he know? He says, ऋग्वेदं भगवो अध्येमि, यजुर्वेदं सामवेदं आथर्वणं चतुर्थं, इतिहासपुराणं पंचमं, वेदानां वेदं, पितृं राशिं, दैवं निधिं, वाको वाक्यं, एकायनं, देवविद्यां, ब्रह्मविद्यां, भूतविद्यां, क्षत्रविद्यां, नक्षत्रविद्यां, सर्पदेवजनविद्यां, एतद् भगवो अध्येमि. So Narada Maharshi knows everything except Brahmajnana, except Brahmavidya. After explaining, Sahovacha Rugvedam Bhagavo Adhyemi, Etat Bhagavo Adhyemi. I know all these things. He knows all Vedas, all Purana, all Itihasa, etc., everything. But he further adds, Soham Mantravidevasmi Natmavit. I know all those mantras, I know all those vicarious knowledge, but all those branches of knowledge I do know, but I don't know Brahman, na Atmavit. And why does Narada makes this point? Narada Maharshi says so. He says, Shrutam yeva me bhagavad drishebhyaha tarati shokam atmavita. And this is a very beautiful statement. Shrutam yeva me, I have heard. It has been heard by me. Bhagavad drishebhyaha, from masters like you. Bhagavad drusha like. Bhagavad masters. From masters like you, it has been heard by me. What has been heard by me? Tarati shokam atmavita. Atmavit shokam tarati. The only one, the one who knows Atman, Brahman, he alone can cross over the sorrow. Shokam. Soham bhagavaha shochami. And such I am, who knows all these different topics, different subjects, different vidyas. Shochami. I despair. I am sorrowful. Tamma bhagavan shokasya param tarayetu iti. Therefore, to that me who is sorrowful, that me, make me cross over all these shokasya param, this shoka, this sorrow. Help me cross over this ocean of sorrow. What is the essence? Narada Maharshi, who knows all these different vidyas, almost everything, he says, even though I know all these things, I am sorrowful. I still despair. I have sorrows. I am dukhi. And I have heard Only when Brahman is known, Atmavit Shokam Tarati, he alone can cross over sorrows. He alone can become immune to all sorrows. Therefore, and because I am sorrowful, please teach me that Brahma Vidya by which I can cross over this sorrowful state. Tam hovacha. To him, Sanat Kumara says, Tam yadvai kinchaita dadyaghishtha namaiva tat. Whatever that you have learned, it's namaiva. It's just name and form. It's just, in other terms, it's just effect. And in other words, it also is part of ignorance. And by ignorance, ignorance can never be removed. Ityadina namaiva tat, that whatever that you know is nama. Then Sanat Kumar proceeds to give different upasanas and vidyas up to 28th chapter or 28th adhyaya, khanda, 28th part. And there द्वाविंशतिभिः खंडिकाभिः अपर ब्रह्मोपासनम ज्ञान साधनम उक्त्या. He gives apara brahmopasanam, saguna brahma upasana, the meditation on saguna brahma. He gives that saguna brahma upasana till 22nd chapter, and after that he says tatah param यो वै भूमा तत्सुखम नाल्पे सुखमस्ति भूमैव सुखम भूमात्वेव विजिज्ञासितव्यः. After that he says यो वै भूमा, that which is bhuma, tat sukham, that alone is sukha. Bhuma, abundant, unsurpassed, not limited. Alpam, that which is limited. Bhuma anantam. Bhuma eva sukham, that which is bhuma, that alone is sukha. Bhumatveva vijidnyasitavyah, therefore bhuma alone should be known. Bhuma vijidnyasitavya, bhuma alone should be desired to be known. Bhumanam bhagavo vijidnyase, therefore know that bhuma. What is that bhuma? Yatra nanyat pashyati nanyat shrunoti nanyat vijanati sa bhuma. There where nothing else is seen, na pashyati, na anyat shrunoti, nothing else is heard, na anyat vijanati, nothing else is known. That there where nothing else is seen, nothing else is known, nothing else is heard, meaning Brahman. In Brahman alone, there is nothing else which can be heard, which can be seen, which can be known. So that where nothing else is heard, seen or known, if it is bhuma, then that bhuma is Brahman. Atha, and there where atra anyat pashyati anyat shrunoti anyat vijanati tadalpam, there where something else is seen, something else is known, something else is heard, that is limited. There where nothing else is seen, heard, known, that is limitless. Something else is seen, heard, known, it is limited. Therefore yo vai bhuma tadamrutam, that which is bhuma, that which is limitless, that alone is amruta. Mruta, destruction. Amruta, that which can never get destroyed. Athayad alpam, that which is limited. Tat martyam, that eventually will get destroyed. Ityadina, by all these mantras, bhuma vidyopadishyate, bhuma vidya was explained. So further now author concludes what has been given, explained. Let me just explain that in short. In detail, we will see this part next time. The meaning of this entire part or entire story, it's simple. Narada, even after knowing so many things, he was sorrowful. And because he was sorrowful, he went to Sanat Kumara to seek solution. Now, is it that he has not used all the solutions which were available to him? No. But even after knowing those many solutions, he said, I am still sorrowful. That means there must be some different solution for my sorrowful condition. To know that solution, he went to Sanat Kumara. Sanat Kumara said, because you don't know your own true nature, you are sorrowful. And for that, you need to know your own true nature, Swarupa, that is Bhuma, Brahman. And when that Brahman is known, all your sorrows will be removed in its entirety. Therefore, Brahman should be known, and if such is the case, if for removal of sorrows, Brahman is needed to be known, if ignorance is required to be destroyed, as Narada came to know that for removal of his sorrow, he had to destroy his ignorance and know Brahman. Similarly, people who desire to destroy their sorrows entirely will eventually come to understanding that they need to destroy ignorance along with its effect. Here, the first argument is answered. In detail, this part we will see next time. Om Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritangamaya samastaloka sukhino bhavantu samastaloka sukhino bhavantu समस्तलोका सुखिनो भवन्तु ओम शांति शांति शांतिः हरिः ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम